Good day. Well, that's pretty bright light there I got. At least now you can see me instead of from last night. Today is July 28th, 2026, and it is early, a little bit before 8 in the morning of this good day rising. All right, persevere. I have to get back to the virtues and get into a groove again. Until we move again, we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get started with good day rising prayers, and let's give thanks to for everything that we have been given. In nomine Dei, matronum nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the most holy Trinitarian Theophany and humbly, and in Catholic contemplation, humbly venerate the most holy Trinity. Let's take a moment to do that in silence. Most holy and venerable Trinity, one divine family, I believe that thou art here present. I venerate thee with the deepest humility. I render to thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to thee. O most holy divine family, relying on thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum matronam nostrae. O most holy Trinity, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of thee, and I forgive all who have injured me and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the most holy Trinity for all the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O most holy Trinity, I most humbly thank thee for all the favors thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in thy service. I consecrate to thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by thy love, that would not tend to thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the most holy divine family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of thy grace. Deny me not thy grace, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Dea matronam nostrae, Holy Mother of God, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy Trinitarian Theophany is envisioned by Saint Lucia. Dea matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all because they offend thee, O most holy Trinity, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. There is so much deceit in the world. I was just thinking there about the third secret of Fatima. I was looking at something by the Fatima Center, and they were talking about that one where this one that they released with the Pope on the hill and getting murdered, and all this sort of big story was pages long. And no, that's not the real third secret, in my most humble opinion. Evidence has shown that it's, well, not that Malachi Martin supposedly had seen it, Father Malachi Martin, and that it was, I think he said 30 30 lines. So I was curious, and I went over to the OurLadyIsGod.com website to count the lines on the third secret that I believe is the real third secret, which makes sense because it's documented, and the signature was and the handwriting was analyzed to be that of Sister Lucia. And in any case, there were 30 lines, including the date line at the top. So, there's evidence, and then there's deception, and there's so much deception that has occurred over the millennia, thousands of years, and they pass off these lies one after another, and we get sucked into them, and then you start to realize what's a lie. And the only way you can really tell is by seeking, okay? And when you seek the Most Holy Trinity, no matter how it ends up leading you, or where, I should say, not it's leading you, but where you're being led, you'll start to see things, and then you use discernment. So there's a whole process that goes into this, and things you take for granted, things you got trained into doing. A lot of them were lies or deceptions. So continue to seek truth, and don't be afraid where it's going to reveal you. There's, yes, some difficult times, but you must know in order to be to help others. All right, let's get started. I forgot my water. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apate, oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum omnium conditor et redemptor animabus, famalorum cotorum, remissionem contorum, turibue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper obteverunt pii supplicationibus consequentor. Qui tegum vedat reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hanc immaculatum hostium, quam ego indinius famalos tuus offedit ibi Deum meum vivum et verum. Pro innumerabilibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentiis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed et pro omnibus fidelibus, Catholicorum vivis atque defunctis ut mihi et iris proficiat salutem. Deum qui communae substantia dignitate mirabilitur condidis et mirabilis reformasti dan nobis peruvis atque quorum mysterium eis divinitatis esse consortes quae militatis nostrae fiat dignatis est particeps. Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum deprecantis clementium ut conspecto divina maestatis tuae, pro nostra totius mundus salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contritus suscipiamur ad Deum Iesum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum et conspecto tu hodie ut placiat tibi Deam matronam nostrae et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni Sanctificator, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite blata prosequendo, et a capere hoc sacrificium tua sancto nomini praeparatum. Suscipe, Sancta Trinitas concoblationem contibi efferimus a momento passionis, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honorem Dei matronam nostrae et Papa Peter Sanctorum, et Istorum et Omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficit ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere in inter caelis, quorum amore magimus in te expedient in Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut meam equestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat Patrem Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiate Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis, ad laudem et gloriam nominis sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum obiscum, quoque apud te, suitum corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Te egeto clementissime Mater et Pater et Deum Matrum nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrae, supplices rogamus appetimus. Ut accepta habeas et sanctificas, haec sanctam sacrificium irribata, in primis quae tibi afferimus pro ecclesiam tuam sanctam catholicam, quam pacificare custodire ad honore, et regere digneris tot orbe terrarum atque catholicae. Memento Deam, famorum getorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Paul, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Kathy, Katie, Maria Josephina Mose, Marilyn, Mark Jr., the Stevenson family, Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, and Benedict Santa Croce, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dosco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Pahosky families, the Williams, Tafour, and Began families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy in each and every land with a sound Catholic system of labor, with value given to man, and a fair medium of exchange, or a workable medium of exchange with no usury or negotiable instruments. We pray that courageous men step forward as leaders of this Catholic society. We pray for the people in government all throughout the world to stand up against the usury system, which is attempting to be dominant throughout the entire world in every country. I believe Iran is the last country that does not have the usury system installed. And my thoughts are, once that is complete, then things get really bad. We ask for the intercession and the intervention, and that we do all these things according to the Most Holy Trinity's divine will and intention. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi efferimus, vero tibi offrunt hoc sacrificium laudis, pro se suisque omnibus, pro redemptione anomarum suarum prospe salutis et equalamitatis suae, tibi crederunt volta sua aeterna Deum vivo et vero, communicantes et memoram orantes in primis gloriosae semper Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium tuorum pampas Sancti Petri, et Sancti Lucia, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, et Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum editis praecibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectiones tuae monium exidio, per innum Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblationem Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum acceptabilemque fecedi dignitis ut nobis corpum, et sanguinem fiat delictissimi Filium Tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pateretur recepit panem sanctus aqua hablis manus suas, et derivatis oclis in calamata Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum somnum dopatentem tibi gratias agens. Consecravit. Freget dedique lumis sui dicens, accipite et mandacate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simini modo postquam ceremonias decipiens, et hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacrabis manus suas item tibi gratias agens, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecravit dedique luminis sui dicens, accipite et vivite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissionem peccatorum. Haec ut est cum efficeritis in mortis. Unde et memores Deum nos servitui, sed plebs tua sancto justum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae. Tam beate passionis nec non et revenfieris resurrectionis, sed et in caelus gloriosa ascensionis offerimus, preclarae maestati tui de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio accedeno utur respicieri digneris. Supplices teragamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum iube hec perferi per manus tuum ut quod ex hoc altaris participationem sacrosanctum Deum filium tuum corpus et sanguinem sincerimus omni sanctificatione caelesti et gratia repiamur per hindum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Margaret Bentz and Grace Mannion, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibus, in Christum quiscentibus locum refugere educis et pacis, ut ondor gesta proclamor per in Christum Deum nostrum. Verbum hec omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivibicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso. Est ibi Deum Matrum omnipotentium in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, Matronum nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier, Dea Matronum nostrae, Materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quaesimus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris et intercedente, beata gloriosa semper Dea Matronum nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitias pacem in diebus nostris. Ut ope misericordiae Tue aduit et peccato, simus semper liberi et ab omni perturbationis seculi. Per iendum Deum nostrum, Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque potei, Haec mixtio consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat ecipintibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum, et quoque apud te. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, quaprante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum, tuum abonibus iniquitatibus meis et universis malis, et fac me tui semper inharare mandatis, et numquam separare permittas, qui cum eodem Deum matronam nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego in inius sumere praesimo non mihi proveniat idicum condonationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi aututum mentis corporis, et adam et elam percipiendam, qui vivis et reinas, cum Deum matronam nostrae, in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Ut panem calestim excipiem, et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deum matronam nostrae non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante requebus naparanima mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante requebus naparanima mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante requebus naparanima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retubuam Deum Iesum Christum promendibus quae retubuit mihi, calicem saetaris excipiem, et nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostrae, et ab inimicis meis salvus ero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima meam. Codores sumus Deum Iesum Christum finamente capimus et immunite pro fiat nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum, quod sum se sanguis quam petaria hereat visceribus meis et praesta ut in me non remaniat scelera macula quem pirat sancta reficerat sacramenta. Deum obiscum, et quoque apud te. Oremus. Animabus, quae sumus Deum Iesum Christum famorum Catuorum, oratio proficiat supplicantium, ut eas et peccatis omnibus exoes et tua redemptionis facies esse paraticepes. Qui tecum vivit et reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum obiscum, et quoque apud te, ite mis est. Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitarum sacrium servitutis mea, et praesta ut sacrificium quod oculis tuae maestatis in minus auctoritibus et captavenem et omnibus, pro quibus idut octoles et miserante propitiae pecurisum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for attending and for being so faithful. Without your prayers, all of you, and I don't think that I would be where I am. I appreciate that very much. There's a handful of us. There's like a dozen who are very good about their prayers, practicing their virtues, the sacraments, etc. Strive for the best. Seek the truth, and you shall find it. And Satan always challenges those who are closest to God. So remember that. Those who are having it all good and easy usually have something to worry about. So yes, sometimes it gets overwhelming. I know that firsthand. However, perseverance. That's all I have for today. Please go and sanctify all those you meet, and we'll see you tomorrow.